Hello, Tim O'Kelly here, and I want to take just a few minutes working with you on one of the oldest topics in personal development, in my opinion. One of the ones that's mostly made fun of, yet it's the one that I'm asked, I think more than anything, of how to, and that is motivation. How do I get motivated? How do I stay motivated? Why am I not motivated? So that's a topic I want to share with you, and I want to, just after a few short minutes, I want to get you in a place where you actually can feel more motivated. So before I go into that, what I want to do is I want to tell you just a quick story about myself and how I got started in this. Been in the business since 1988, did my very first personal development course, Long Beach, California, and ended up just loving the material, loving the work, loving looking inward and making some changes that produce results. And I've been doing this, traveling around. I've been on stages, for since 1989, really, all over the United States and Canada doing work. And through those years, I've been looking at how can we have the fewest amount of tools to produce the biggest results. So whatever our dream is, see, the reality is we're not that different. Human beings are really not that different. We think we're very complex, and if you're a man, you know we're not very complex at all. We're really not different. What it takes to produce a result are not different either. And so how can we have the fewest tools for the biggest results, meaning your dream? So how do we get your dream faster? That's what I'm about. So what I want to talk about here is this idea of drive or motivation, which I think it is very, very important, because I know when I am not motivated and I'm not driven, it's hell to get anything done. And the amount of push that I have to put into something is almost exhausting, and then it's tiring. So what I want to do is how can we build up motivation? The quickest way. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this for just a moment. Is where in your life are you lacking the motivation? Where in your life do you seem to be lacking motivation? I heard this a long time ago, and I really, really like this, that you will always have energy for what's the most important to you. Always have enough energy. You'll always have enough time. You'll always have enough energy. You'll always have enough health to handle whatever is the most important to you. And I think the answer is right there for us. It's very difficult to get motivated. Let me give you a couple examples. For me, anyway. It's very difficult to get motivated to just work to pay the bills. It's very difficult to take supplements, just for the sake of taking supplements, 2 to 3 times a day. Sometimes I look at that bottle and go, that's too much for me. I mean, really, does it take a long time to take a supplement? And if they're really good, does it take that long to take 3 in a day? No, it doesn't. But it's like I'm not driven to. It's hard to build drive if you're going to a job. Now you might be thinking, well, wait a minute. Supplements are positive. A job is positive. No, I got that. I really do understand that. But what's lacking? That's the one piece I want to give you right here, and that is, if I lack motivation, I'm going to suggest it's the same for you too, because we're not that different. We're not looking at the bigger picture. And it's so easy to get distracted from the bigger picture and bring our focus to right here, right now, what's happening in this moment. We live in a society where everything is immediate, everything is now. You have to answer questions right now. Back in the day when I was young, before we had internet, before we had computers, you'd actually write a letter to somebody. So when you got a letter, you had days to think about the answer. Now, people get upset if we don't respond within a few minutes. And then they see that we responded to somebody else and you didn't respond to me. So we live in a time where it's really easy to get focused on just what's in front of you. So let me give you an example. If you're going to work, I don't even care. Let's take minimum wage. Say you're going to work and you're making minimum wage. I hear this a lot. How am I supposed to get motivated doing something I don't like? See, that's the problem right there. Resistance kills motivation. Resistance, the number one killer to motivation. Resistance is doing something you don't want to do. Then you not come back to me like people do. Go, wait a minute. I don't want to do this job. I'm not going to pretend that I do like doing this job. No, you don't have to. All you have to do is change the way you think. Resistance is thinking. Resistance is a way of thinking. So you can work at a job And if you'll switch your thinking about that job, you'll have motivation. You'll have a drive. So how do you shift your thinking? I'm not saying create a lie, create this big affirmation over and over again. That's not what I'm talking about. What is the good side of having this job? What is this a means of getting? And that's all we've lost focus on. Okay? How can you dig a ditch and be excited about digging that ditch? I don't know if you've ever heard that term before, but if you're going to dig a ditch, be the best ditch digger ever. Well, why be the best ditch digger ever? Because of what being the best at something is going to get you later on. Being the best at the stuff that's not important. See, that's mastery right there, is being able to get excited with the mundane. Being able to get excited daily with doing the same thing over. That's mastery right there. So you can work at a job that pays you $9, $10, $12 an hour, but what is the value of it? Is it paying the bills? And if it's paying the bills, what does that get you? What does that allow you to have in your life right now? See, that's also happened. We've lost focus of that. Is I'm going to practice being great right now in this job. I'm going to practice being great. I'm going to practice doing the best job. You know, one of my mentors who passed away not long ago, Wayne Dyer, talked about this. When he was a young man, he worked in a grocery store, and he was the bag boy, you know. And what his deal was, and he talked about having this drive, was if he is going to be a bag boy, he's going to be the best bag boy ever. Now see, just that right there will get you motivated. Right there will get you drive. So what he said was, I'm not just going to be the best bagger for this aisle right here. He said, I'm going to be the best bag boy for 3 aisles. Just me, I'm going to cover all 3. And see, he set a goal that was bigger than him. He set a goal that was far bigger than what anybody else was setting. He was working toward being great in a mundane situation. And if you study that, that's called mastery right there. You know, I travel around, I do courses all the time, and when I was young, and I really got the course down after 3 years, I could really deliver it, you know, on time, over and over. Well, then I started getting bored with it. So I thought I was somebody then. Now that I can do the course, and I can time it, and I'm on time, and I'm doing good, I started getting like, okay, I know this stuff now. And I started getting bored. So I went to my mentor, my teacher, and I said, you know what, I've been thinking about this, and I think what we need to do is make some changes in the class because I've got some great ideas. Oh, that went over well. No, I really do. I have some things that we could do to. All he did was look at me and goes, you just want to change things so that you can get now excited again because you've lost your excitement. And I stood there and looked at him and went, I cannot argue this. I have nothing to say right now. And he looked at me, as mentors do sometimes, and he goes, I challenge you to be able to get excited doing the same class every day, every week, every month, every year of your life. That's mastery. And then I tell you what, from that point on, see, I had a goal now. I had something bigger than me than just going in and doing a class. It was, can I find excitement in doing the same thing? Okay? So, let me sum up this. What I'm talking about is, 1, what is a goal that's bigger than you? See, just taking supplements and then forgetting the big picture, going to the gym over and over. How many of you have lost motivation going to the gym? All that's happened is you've lost that picture, not the motivation. See, you've lost the picture that you had for those 2 weeks when you first joined the gym. And I guarantee the picture in your mind was having a better body, being able to be more energetic, to be able to run, to be able to travel, to be able to climb mountains, to be able to look good, to be able to wear that dress, to be able to wear that suit for people to look at you and go, he's hot, she's hot. See, that's what got you to the gym. And see, that's what we lose. We start focusing now on just everyday stuff versus still focusing on that body, still focusing on traveling, still focusing on having energy, still focusing on something bigger than us. The supplements daily. Yeah, if we don't see the big picture, I promise you're going to get off of them really quickly. But if you use your mind and see, if I take these supplements daily, and remind yourself, and sometimes it's got to be daily, remind yourselves that these supplements are going to cause me to have much better health, okay? When I have much better health, I have 2 boys. One of them is 3 years old, and one is 1. I'm 56. So I've got to keep in my mind that when my 3-year-old gets out of high school, I'm going to be 70 years old. See, all I have to do is think that way. That I'm going to be 70 and he's going to be graduating from high school and I'm going to still kick his butt. I'm going to be faster than him. Probably not, but you know what I mean. All I have to do is think of my son, and I'm taking supplements. All you have to do is think about your future and love the job you're at and create excitement in the mundane. You will separate yourself from a majority of the people. And I promise you, the universe will always find people like that and provide them with work and responsibility, because those are the ones who can create greatness in that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Get clear on the bigger picture. Don't just focus right here. Expand your vision. Have an awesome day.